In a small windswept village nestled by the sea, there lived a young boy named Leo. Unlike the other children who spent their days playing on the sandy shores and chasing seagulls, Leo was often found alone, gazing at the vast, endless ocean.
He wasn't just watching the waves, he was dreaming.
His greatest dream was to build a boat, not just any boat, but one strong enough to sail beyond the horizon, to discover what lay in the world he could only imagine. The villagers, practical and weathered by the sea, would often shake their heads. "A boy's fantasy," they'd murmur. "The sea is a harsh master, not a playground for dreams." His friends would try to pull him away from his sketches and scraps of wood. "Come play, Leo. Why waste your time on such a silly project? No one from our village has ever sailed that far." But their words were like water off a duck's back. Leo's heart was set, and his determination was as deep as the ocean itself. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but the call of the unknown was too strong to ignore. Leo began his project with nothing but a few rusty tools he found in his grandfather's old shed and a pile of discarded driftwood he collected from the beach after every storm. His hands, small and unaccustomed to such hard labor, were soon covered in blisters and splinters. The first few attempts were disastrous. His initial frames were weak and would collapse with the slightest pressure. The planks wouldn't fit together, leaving large gaps. The villagers' whispers grew louder. "We told you so," some said, not unkindly but with a sense of sad certainty. "It's an impossible task for a boy." There were days when Leo felt the sting of failure deeply. He would sit on the beach, his latest broken frame before him, and watch the perfectly crafted fishing boats of the village elders bobbing gracefully in the harbor. Doubt would creep into his mind like a cold sea fog. Was he just a foolish dreamer? Was everyone right? On one particularly frustrating afternoon, after a whole week's work fell apart in an instant, he threw down his hammer and felt tears welling up in his eyes. He felt lost and utterly defeated, the dream seeming more distant than ever. Just as he was about to give up, old Mr. Ilara, the village's retired shipwright, happened to be walking by. He was a man of few words, with hands as gnarled as ancient oak roots from a lifetime of working with wood. He had been quietly observing Leo's efforts from afar. He didn't laugh or scold. Instead, he sat down beside the boy, picked up a piece of the broken frame, and examined it closely. "The sea has a rhythm," Mr. Ilara said, his voice raspy like sand and shells. "You are fighting it. You must learn to work with it, not against it. Your wood has a grain, a spirit. You must listen to it." Over the next few weeks, Mr. Ilara became Leo's silent mentor. He didn't give direct instructions. Instead, he would show Leo how to feel the grain of the wood, how to choose the right pieces that curved naturally, and how to join them in a way that used their inherent strength. He taught Leo the art of patience, explaining that a boat wasn't just built with hands, but with respect for the materials and the sea it would sail upon. "Every failure," Mr. Ilara would say, "is just a piece of driftwood. It looks useless, but it teaches you something. Collect these lessons and they will build you a stronger boat." Inspired by this new wisdom, Leo's approach changed. He stopped rushing. He spent hours just studying the wood, feeling its texture, and observing how the professional boats were constructed. He learned to see his mistakes not as defeats, but as puzzles to be solved. He learned to patch, to reinforce, and to adapt his design. Slowly, painstakingly, a real boat began to take shape. It wasn't perfect or polished like the other boats in the harbor. It was a patchwork of different woods, a testament to his long journey of trial and error. But it was sturdy. It was his. The day he finished, the entire village gathered at the shore. There were no more whispers of doubt, only murmurs of awe and respect.
His boat, which he named the Dreamer, bobbed gently in the water. It was small, but it was strong.
As Leo climbed aboard, he saw his own reflection in the faces of the crowd, his friends, the village elders, and Mr. Ilara, who gave him a slow, proud nod. He hoisted the simple, hand-stitched sail, and as the wind caught it, the Dreamer began to move. He didn't sail off to some faraway, magical land that day. He just sailed out past the breakwater, feeling the rhythm of the waves beneath him, the sun on his face, and the wind in his sail. He had faced down his own doubts, ignored the naysayers, and learned from every single mistake. As he looked back at his village, smaller now on the horizon, Leo realized the journey wasn't about discovering a new world out at sea. The real discovery was the strength he had found within himself. He had learned that with persistence, a willingness to learn from failure, and a little guidance, no dream is too big, and no ocean is too vast. And, as he turned his boat back towards the shore, he knew this was just the beginning of many more voyages to come. Thank you for watching. We hope this story inspires you on your own journey. If you enjoyed it, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more easy English learning stories. We'll see you in the next one.